Hi, it's Don with Don Sanders Marketing and the sales training website, sellpromoproducts.com. I want to talk to you about how to control your customers, which you must do if you want to be successful selling promotional products. Now, to stay in control, there are several things that you need to do on a daily basis. That would be to find buyers instead of lookers, get your calls and emails returned, handle those price shoppers, be able to overcome those objections, and to always make new connections quickly. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that distributors make when they don't control their customers is they give people too many choices. Don't have your business be like a Chinese restaurant. There are so many choices on this menu. How would you ever make your mind up of what you want to have? It's just like when someone wants to look for products for you, or they are having an idea that they would like for you to source for them. Don't give them too many choices. Give them three or four choices. Stay in control and don't make your efforts like a Chinese restaurant where there's so many things shown you cannot control what people are going to look at. Now, controlling the web is very important. The way that we do that is we have a very good looking site, and we have a system with our site where we can change the panes, our advertising panes, under our logo, which you're seeing our Don Sanders Marketing logo there. When you tune into our site, you will see an ad for cloth promotions. 4 seconds later, the ad will change to Warwick. If you wait another 4 seconds, it will change to Dooley. This is a form of control because these are good suppliers that I like, I've dealt with for years, and I kind of would like for people that visit my site to buy from these suppliers. So that's my effort in moving them to control their actions the way that I would like for them to do. Now, I control the order process because I don't have a paper business card. I haven't had a paper business card in years. I don't sell printing. There's nothing wrong with selling printing, but I want to control what people think about me. I do that by having promotional products as my business card. As you're seeing on the screen right now, we have cleaning cloths from Cloth Promotions. You see it unfolded there. It's my shoe logo with Don Sanders Marketing, etc. That's folded up. It goes in that neat little pouch. If anybody asks me for my card, I pull one out. I take it out of the pouch as you're seeing unfolded. I ask them for their glasses or their cell phone. I clean the screen, clean their glasses, fold it back up, put it back in the pouch, and I control the process by just saying, why don't we do a couple of hundred of these with your logo? I get right to the point. I control the sale, or I try and start to control the sale. I have another sale promotion piece, which this is a brand new one. These are Coaster Stone car coasters. The only reason I'm telling you that, that's something, if I give this to someone, they'll never throw it away. You see how it fits in a car cup holder. I take these with me to chamber events, and when I make calls, I hand them to people, and they just think they're the neatest thing in around. Much better than a paper business card because being creative creates control. I have personality that I use to create control. These are all pictures that I send my customers on a frequent basis. I was on The Price is Right one time, so I sent that picture to a bunch of my customers, and they all wanted to know, well, how in the world, Don, did you get on The Price is Right? Betty and Gracie, my dogs, I love to chat with people about their dogs. Makes me control my relationship with them. There's a picture of when I went to Cuba on the left, and there's even my Woody Woodpecker card from God knows how, or let's not say that, but how old I was when I had that thing. All this does is control my relationships with people and helps me get to know them better. Now, my old photographs that I have, instead of putting them in drawers, I use them to control relationships. Here's one of me many years ago with a Santa. Instead of just putting that in a box, I made copies of those and sent them out in my invoices for the months of September, October, November, and December one year to show people that I am fun and having them think early about the holidays. And this is my lens cleaning cloth that I used 2 years ago to control my customers. Folded these up, put them in a normal a holiday card, which just had a holiday, it had a Christmas tree on it or a holiday tree. It had a sleigh, I can't remember. But when they opened up my card, this fell out in their lap and it controlled some orders that I sold. Now, Betty and Gracie Ann are my dogs. They help me control people all the time. Who doesn't like to talk about their animals? In fact, I went down and called on the Hyatt Regency 4 years ago when they changed marketing directors. 5 other people in the promotional products business were down there competing. We all made different pitches to the new marketing director. I didn't talk to him about products. I had my samples. We discussed them briefly, but I talked to her about Betty and Gracie and got her to talk about her dogs. The next day, I sent her an email thanking her, and I included Betty and Gracie's picture on it. And this is the email I got back from her. This is how I control my competition. I am good. I got 2 little puppies, so I'm really happy. I knew right then I had controlled my customer because I meshed or I connected with her in a way that no one else did. Now, I don't be controlled by scare tactics. I don't worry about California Proposition 65. I don't worry about bad inks. I don't worry about these scare tactics that a lot of people make you feel you need to think about, because I am not controlled, because I buy from suppliers who worry about these products from me. I buy from reputable suppliers that have already worried about these propositions, so I'm not being controlled by outside influences. I control objections. I think objections come up because people have no confidence, little knowledge, and they're scared for their jobs. At one time, I called on the Bombay Company. When I first started calling on them, it was some 20 years ago. They had 13 people in marketing. Today that I stopped doing business with them, they only had 3 people left. So those 3 were probably scared to death. And because of that, they usually come up with objections because they have to act like they know what they're doing. So I keep objections in control by always asking these 4 questions whenever I go to deal with anybody on an order. I want to know when they need it, how much they want to spend, how many they need, and what for. I control the sale because I never proceed on any order until I know the answers to these 4. Even if I've only got the answer to 3, I tell the person that I'm dealing with that I need the 4th answer to make sure I service them correctly. I give them the right product, and mainly I want to make sure I'm showing them a product that can be delivered on time. Never work on an order unless you know those 4 control questions. I control my networking. I don't go to networking events and glad hand and talk about politics or religion or grandchildren or voting or this or that. I go there to start up 30 conversations, meet people, ask them what they do. If they're a good prospect for me, I ask them if I can come see them, pull out my lens cleaning cloth, do that show for them, go follow up with them. So I control my network. I just don't go hang out aimlessly and talk about nothing. I go there to find business. I control my image because I have testimonial marketing sheets like you're seeing, or I show people exactly what some of my customers have said about me. Makes me feel better about myself, controls my image because it gives me confidence and makes people know that I have been in business and I know what I'm doing. I control my content. I make my own product videos. This is one I made on my iMac, pitching a can holder that's shaped like a baseball. I call these are baseball Frios. I just made this video. I send links to this to my customers. I control content, and that's what I like to do. And I control exposure. Here's a mini jotter, which I use as a business card. But instead of just having it as my business card, I made an iMac movie on how my business card was different and how my customers could use it to make themselves different too. So I control my exposure. I control price-based selling because I know my customers. I never show the price when I send product information to people. I don't have to because I already know how much they want to pay. I don't have to send them the price again. I just send them the image and say, here's what I came up with, and I keep the specials. I control what I make. I don't sell on the fact that I give somebody a deal to make a sale. I sell things at full price, and I keep the money that's in the difference. Referrals create control. I get those by offering service, praise, contact. I contact people regularly. I'm very personal, as you can see, and I'm always coming up with ideas. The personality there is I'm there with a name on the rice woman, and there's a picture of me with a little horse in my cowboy outfit. I get a lot of referrals because I control people. I control my competition by showing new products all the time. Brand new product right here called the Fin Pen. Just about to come out. It has a fin, makes it possible to stick that in a crevice on a desk, not on a desk, but on a console of a car. Neatest thing I've seen in a long time. I'll go out and show this to people before anybody's ever seen it, write some orders, and I'm gaining control over my competition. I control my sales process because I make my own sheets. These are made by Coaster Stone, I sent them my logo. They put the image on the sheet, send it back to me as an image. I go out and make copies of these at the local copy center. So I control my marketing by making my own promotion sheets. And I control buyers because I have something to say. I create callbacks. I just don't leave open-ended messages. I'm important. I set deadlines. I control the sale by saying I've got to have artwork by a certain day. And I slide dial people. I dial this number on the screen. It goes automatically to a little telephone service, asks me to put in someone that I'm calling's cell phone number, and it connects directly to their cell phone without them answering. I control the conversation because they can't answer, but I know exactly what I'm going to say, and I leave it on their voice message. And the ultimate control is to fire your customers. I've done that many times. Hard thing to do when somebody buys a lot from you, but if people slow pay you, if they get ornery, they're hard to deal with. At some point in time, it's time to move on. Just like it's time to move on in relationships sometimes, or if things are not working out in life, don't feel bad about controlling who you do business with. I fired customers many times, and you need to do the same thing. So with that said, I want to thank you for listening. There are both of my cards, my marketing company card and my sales training website card. If I can ever help you, let me know. And remember, if you'll control your customers, you'll be successful selling promotional products. Thanks so much for listening.